If you're running around this app saying Lindsay Clancy pled not guilty by insanity, or she pled not guilty without criminal responsibility, you're wrong. Process of a trial. You enter a plea at your arraignment, guilty, not guilty. Massachusetts does not have not guilty by insanity as a plea. Trial establishes the facts, and then the jury establishes the verdict. Commonwealth still has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that she committed the crime. Y'all are trying to put the horse before the wagon and think she's already guilty. She's not. In Massachusetts, there is guilty or not guilty. That is her plea. Guess what Lindsay pled? Not guilty. Yes, in opening statements, a lawyer, Mr. Reddington, said my client is not contesting that she did not do these crimes. However, that opening statement is not evidence. Yes, she did admit or have an admission of guilt, but him saying that in the beginning doesn't automatically mean that she's guilty. She stipulated to the evidence. It's just evidence. It's saying they don't need to go back and forth or have a separate trial to agree to allow the evidence in. That's not saying she agrees to all the evidence or they've already established guilt. Not the same. All the evidence doesn't have to mean that it's incriminating of her. It's just saying all the evidence they've collected, we don't need to do a thorough investigation of who that was collected, have all these unnecessary witnesses that are establishing like the chain of command in which the evidence was collected. They're saying we accept all of that as it is. Massachusetts does not have does not have guilty by insanity. They have lack of criminal responsibility. They let the court know this is going to be our defense, okay? So if this was a football game, that would be their play. Typically in a normal court, it is the prosecution, the state, Massachusetts calls it or considers that their terminology is Commonwealth, to prove someone's guilt, okay? They still have that burden to prove her guilt, number one. And then because they already know that her defense, her play is going to be lack of criminal responsibility, it is now the Commonwealth's burden, their offense, to prove that she was sane. They have to prove that she is guilty first and sane while doing the criminal act to get a strict guilty verdict, okay? They can also prove that she is guilty of the crime but not criminally responsible. Then the verdict, okay, the outcome of the trial would be not guilty, lack of criminal responsibility. That's the verdict. She cannot plea not guilty, lack of criminal responsibility, because she hasn't been proven guilty.